Happy Sunday, guys. Today, I would love to address a topic which is perhaps one of the most important piece of information or attitude, if you will, so when it comes to success. And so, many of you just think that when you are getting solar leads, everything is all solved. But the idea is way much more complex than that. Although on the other hand, it's not rocket science. Okay, there are a few metrics that we have to understand, and these are called or could be called as acceptable metrics. And without understanding them and without having a complete rational expectation regarding to all this data, then we would think that the leads are crap, that the lead generation company that we are working with is crap, that Facebook ads doesn't work, YouTube ads doesn't work, cold calling doesn't work, so on and so forth. And so in this video particularly would like to address the actual expectations regarding to Facebook ads and Facebook leads, aka online leads. Most of you think that just because there is a lead, that lead will become an appointment. And not only that, but that lead will be qualified. That will be picking up the phone, meaning that you will be able to connect with them. That lead will convert into an appointment, and also that appointment will show. These are 5 steps in the way from lead to an actual show. Okay. And so what you have to understand is that currently in the solar industry, what is working, and I'm talking after clients who have a massive sales team, and I mean more than 100 reps. Okay. And those guys, this is one of my clients, have a 5% closing rate. 5%. Yes. They need 20 leads. They need 20 leads in order for them to be able to close one. Do you understand that? They need 20 leads in order for them to be able to close one. And we are talking about a dialed-in sales team with a dedicated appointment setter team, which means that they have a super flawless appointment setting and lead nurturing process. And only with that, working with the best ads and with a huge spend, they only have 5%. And so these are the acceptable metrics that we must embrace and accept in order for us to be able to succeed. And so if you're starting out, and whether you're running Facebook ads for yourself, whether you hired an agency to run Facebook ads yourself, if the ads are all dialed in, and if the ads are all good, only and only then, and your lead nurturing process is all dialed in, you will be able to close 1 out of 20. So think about it a bit. It will not be like, hey, I have leads and they don't convert. Facebook ads doesn't work, that lead gen company doesn't. No. You just simply have improper expectations. Because that number in the beginning, highly likely, since you have 5 steps in that process, and so if you have only 25% less efficiency at every single step of that process, you will only be at 1/3 of that efficiency that the 5% guy. So you will be somewhere around like 1.75% closing rate. And that's way worse. Like that would mean that you won't be able to close even 1 out of 50. Not to even talk about your closing, not to even talk about your closing skills. So it might only mean that you will be able to close 1 out of 100. And so you must understand that most times it's not the leads that do suck. It's the actual process between the leads, the aka lead nurturing process, which is this 5-step process that I'm always talking about. Lead generation, connecting with the leads, qualifying the leads, setting up the appointment with the leads, and making sure that they show. And also a bonus step is always to educate them. So if you do not have all those 5 steps to be all dialed in, then you will be just losing. If you're losing again, only 25% of every single step. For example, you are not calling the leads immediately. You are not sending them an SMS before the call within 1 hour. You don't have a proper appointment setting up script, and also your sales script sucks. You have no fucking chance. Sorry about the language. You have no fucking chance. This is a competitive market and only the fittest survive. So you have to be able to dial in all those damn processes. And this is the idea. So just again, I was telling to you, if all of your processes are dialed in, and you're a good salesperson, I'm not talking about like super exceptional, but you're good, so it means that you can close, then your closing rate will be 1 out of every 20, meaning that you will need 60 leads in order in order for you to be able to close 5 deals. Excuse me, 3 deals. You will need 100 deals. You will need 100 leads in order for you to be able to close 5 deals. So bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. And so you can think that, hey man, these leads are qualified, but you are just afraid of the work. You're just not admitting that you suck at lead nurturing, or your agency sucks at lead nurturing. Because guess what? Leads are nothing. I can show you and I can teach you. By the way, we also have a course on that. It doesn't take more than 2 hours. I can teach you in 2 hours how to set up leads for yourself. It's not crazy. What is crazy is the processes that follow behind. Are you calling up the lead immediately? What is your script? How you're scheduling the appointments? Are you scheduling up? Are you scheduling them up on the calendar? Are you sending them out show notifications? Are you educating them? These are all steps that takes time to dial in. And so if you're getting 100 leads and out of those 100 leads you're closing one, it's not the leads that do suck. These are average metrics. These are normal metrics. This is what you have to understand. And don't just call upon the leads or your lead gen company. Because yes, there are many times when lead gen companies do suck. This is why you don't need a lead gen. This is why you have to set proper expectations towards a lead gen company. What you're looking for is to get volume and to actually have either someone who does the whole lead nurturing process to you, or you have to get a lot of volume and do the lead nurturing by yourself. But again, that will take time. That will take a lot of burned leads. So prepare that you will not be able to make this thing happen if you don't have a shit ton of leads. First month, if you're getting 100 leads, you will not be closing 5 deals, brother. You're not used to online leads. You don't know how to nurture them. You will not be calling them immediately. If you don't have a team, you can pretty much forget about that. It can mean that the guys have the best creatives, the best copies. It will only mean that you will be able to get leads a bit cheaper. But at the end of the day, solar is pretty much the same. Like everyone, like all the whole industry is using the same 100 creatives throughout all the nation. It's like this is like super competitive. And what you have to understand is the game will be at the lead nurturing process, at the lead nurturing level, and on the sales level. It's not will be the leads are nothing, and you must understand that the leads are nothing. It doesn't worth anything. And so with that in mind, when the next time when you think about, hey man, like this is the price, these are the costs. Yeah, if you're purchasing leads for cheap cost, that is good. But you have to understand that you will have to deal with the actual lead nurturing process, which you might not be able to do. Which you might be thinking that you're good, but you're not. Because if you'd be good, then you wouldn't even need another lead source. Just think about that. So suppose that you're super good with cold calling, you're super good with door knocking. It's like the only reason you would need a third party provider is that you're just like too good. But most of the time, that's not the case, at least due to my experience talking with all of you guys. It's like you have to either get super good at lead nurturing and also in sales, or hire someone who's a rock star in lead nurturing. So now that you understand this, you can have proper expectations. It's not like, hey man, so I'll be getting 50 leads and I'll be able to close, 5 deals. Fuck no, man. Like no, like maybe back in 2017, but no, like it doesn't work like that. And so you have to understand that. And with that in mind, you can now go ahead and set proper expectations and dial in with the process. So again, guys, we are here to help you with all of your lead gen needs and all of your lead nurturing needs. We can also help a little bit with the closing, the sales, and also we can help with the appointment setting, which is lead nurturing. And just don't hesitate and have proper expectations and think about it as business and as math. It's not like, hey man, I would try out 20 leads. Good fucking luck. This is what I can say to you. Good fucking luck. This is a process that you will need to commit yourself to. and only invest into leads if you're either A, hell of a good in closing, two, you have the resources. So with that being said, set the proper expectations, guys, and grow that way. See you.